Guys, welcome. Black Scout Survival Late Night Live. I'm your host, Jack Rich, your host and your best friend. And thanks for tuning in. So anyway, let's first start off with this. The price of coffee has rose 27% since last month. And instead of reporting it, they just removed it from the inflation calculation, right? Just like they're trying to, it's not about what's true. It's about what's written is what most people go by. So they can be fooled by this sort of stuff. This has been going on. They mastered this in 2020, that it's not about what's true, it's about what they say it is, and the masses believed it. But most people drink coffee. So this hits mostly every American household, but wouldn't it make sense to report it just like they don't report a lot of other things, just like crime statistics and what have you, right? Because they don't want, they want to cultivate the narrative. And this is an ever increasing trend amongst this administration. Anyway, speaking of this administration, check this out. Nancy Pelosi, we've been talking about this post right here. We now estimate that Nancy Pelosi has made $7 million in the stock market in the last week. This is the largest weekly gain we have seen from any politician since we released the network dashboard. Anyway, $1 million a day. I know a lot of people are not upset with that because a lot of people are defending MTG for doing the same thing. But, in my opinion, man, this is a broken system, and it allows politicians, regardless of whatever Republican, Democrat, they prioritize personal gain over public service. And this is a trend. A lot of people get into politics now because they want to get rich, and they will bend the knee to whoever gives them money. They find out insider trading, and they make these moves. But it's a broken system, and it's bipartisan. It's both sides, right? Check out their investment portfolios. You can do it all the time. And you'll see a lot of the Republicans are actually investing in some of the most woke companies, right? Because money is the priority, not they say what have you, what you want to hear on their social media. But when you go check their stock portfolios, they're invested in the most woke companies, the same ones that they talk against. They're invested in them. Anyway, you guys remember the staff sergeant that was arrested in Russia? It turns out he was married. Wife of U.S. soldier detained in Russia says he was having an affair, political intrigue. Well, I would argue that because he could be having an affair with a spy, right? Megan Black said her husband's trip to Russia was ill-advised, but simply part of an extramarital affair. Black's mother said she thought he had been set up by his girlfriend. I probably believe the same because we also looked at the different things here. I got to get that off, sorry. But I'm going to play a news clip talking about this real quick.
In Russia says she didn't know her husband was going there, but is hoping for his safe return. 34-year-old Staff Sergeant Gordon Black was stationed in South Korea when he went to Russia to see his longtime girlfriend following an argument, but was then arrested for allegedly trying to steal from her. In a statement released through an attorney, his wife says she'd filed for divorce from her husband back in 2022 and that the two share a daughter and that she hopes for the child's sake her father is home soon.
So yeah, he was also married. So just keep adding stuff to it. But I do think that he probably was set up because the filming, the lady was filming the things she was saying, she was mocking him, and he didn't understand, obviously. So I really think that was part of the shindig there. Now, let me show you how funny these liberals are. Okay, we know Hollywood's completely woke. Actress Jennifer Lawrence here calls Mike Pence gay at the GLAAD Media Awards. Conversion therapy is not real, even though you think it worked on you. So, I mean, I think it's funny. But the thing is, she's at the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, and she's calling Mike Pence gay as a cut down. Make it make sense to me. You're at the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, and you're calling the man gay to cut him down. Make it make sense. I mean, that's what I always talk about. These liberals are completely not. They're the most racist. I mean, they really are. I mean, you just pay attention to them a little bit, and you'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah, someone said he was catfished. I think talking about the staff sergeant. I absolutely agree, bro. I absolutely agree. But anyway, let's talk about the main subject of the matter. The main subject matter of the night. And we just did a couple of videos talking about the sergeant, the Air Force sergeant that was or airman. Sorry, I don't know what rank he was. The airman that was murdered by the sheriff's department. Now, I saw Officer Tatum's video, and he backs the blue no matter what. He blocked me after I got into it with him about Uvalde, and it turns out that I was right, that Uvalde was a disaster, and the police were afraid, and they let these kids get killed. But beside the point, he took up for the cop. He said this cop had every right pretty much to shoot this airman. And again, like I said in my video the other day, and some of you guys may have not watched it, but what I said is that essentially, if you can't practice the Second Amendment, you get killed for it in your own home, then that's a problem to me, because the airman was in a non-threatening posture. He didn't know who was at his door. Anyone can yell police, and this is a tactic criminals use. They'll pretend to be UPS guys. They'll dress up. You've seen, I've done videos about this. They'll pretend to be all sorts of things and break into your house. So this is something that's pretty common, and you got to be prepared. But he opened up the door, holding his hand up in a non-threatening way with the firearm in a set direction, and the cop blasted him. He didn't tell him to drop the firearm, none of that stuff. Now, I've seen many times in other videos where someone has a firearm, the cop issues commands to drop the firearm. He doesn't just go blasting. So whatever, Officer Tatum's going to back the blue no matter what, Anyway, but again, it was the wrong apartment, and this seems to be a trend. How do cops raid the wrong house like I feel almost daily now? The better question is, do they ever raid the right house? So I got this video. This video is from like 3 days ago. I could not find any press on it. So they're trying to obviously hide this from the media. But this is another wrong house, and they scare the living crap out of a mother and her 3 kids. Here we go. Now, first off, what in Gloria Stefan, let's do the conga is this? What are they doing? I would love to see what they would do if they got contact right now. I mean, did they get the Detroit urban survival guy to teach them this? This is the most sloppy stack in the driveway. Why are we doing this? I don't know. Come on, everybody, let's do the conga.
What's that? Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Policía orden de arresto!
So this is Glenpool, just a city inside of Tulsa County, Oklahoma, by the way. Crying, what have you. Kids are going to need therapy after this. Again, let me just roll through this. Like, you would think if we're going to do something like this to a house, we're about to knock down the freaking door with entry tools, that we would know for certain who is gathering this intel for these guys.
What's that? Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Policía orden de arresto!
It's wild. Yeah, so this, just if you're just tuning in, this is the wrong house. This is the wrong house. How can you not verify before you go about to bust in a mother with 3 kids are probably eating breakfast? Why is this so constant that this is happening? They're continuously going to wrong houses. And then I got some other ones here. Look at these other incidents here. Local family claims Tulsa police raided their house by mistake during a Wednesday hostage situation. This is not even the same article, the same place. It happened to a different family. And the police have immunity to this sort of stuff. Police need to be charged for these mishaps and held accountable. They cannot continue to allow these things. Look at this. Police, marshals raid wrong home while Midwest City boy home alone. A Midwest City woman has accused Oklahoma City police officers of raiding and ransacking her home in what appears to be a case of mistaking identity. When I Googled this, guys, I could not even put up all the articles of this. It is so frequent that they bust in the thing is I read in the comments of video saying a guy said that someone swatted his house and he gets up with the fire, almost got blown away. So the thing is that they're forcibly entering these homes. We know the DOJ is doing this stuff constantly. At 6 a.m., they're going to conservatives' homes, driving MRAPs through the living room, pretending to be Delta Force and shooting people. That's where my grief is from the other day when I was talking about all these vet bros are training police in military tactics to be used against people like you and I. This isn't the battlefield, right? I don't agree with these sort of things. Instead of looking every day to go harm someone, like it should be a complete different mantra. I know all police don't believe this way, because I have friends that are police that don't believe in this sort of stuff. They're patriots as well. But a lot of people, I don't know if it's small man syndrome, what have you, but they go out looking, wanting to do something like this, or wanting to kick in people's doors and things like that. And then they get, oh yeah, wrong house, sorry. No, it shouldn't be that way. It should be massive lawsuits. People getting fired. Because if you treated them that way, they would be a little bit more particular about the intel they're gathering, the information they're getting, and choosing the right home, right? Kids there with the mother. What if rounds started going off because they heard an acorn drop? You don't know what's going on. You're not expecting police busting your house. You've done nothing wrong your entire life. And then you get frantic when 10 armed men come through with AR platforms, and they're afraid, so they start shooting up the place. And they have immunity. Oh, wrong house. Again, it's crazy. So anyway, let me tell this guy bye real quick. Anyway, so I want to mention something, guys, real quick, because I ran across this company. In the Marine Corps, man, my gunnery sergeant told me early on that with Paracord and 100-mile-an-hour tape, or the military version of duct tape, you can fix or make anything. And he's very true about that. So always make sure I have Paracord on me, right? And obviously duct tape, because you can do a whole lot with it. Now, most Paracord is 550 pounds. That comes from the parachute lines from parachutes. That's where they got the idea from. But it's, cordage is probably one of the most important things you can have. You can make repairs, things like that, right? I ran across this company called Tough Grid the other day, a small American company, right? 750 pounds with the same diameter as regular Paracord. They have different colors or what have you, but it has 11 inner strands, right? You can use the inner strands to break down, to make fishing lines and things like that. But I got this. I'm going to put a link. It's on Amazon, and I know a lot of people don't like to buy from Amazon, but a lot of small companies, the only way that they can survive is to get their product out through Amazon. But it's a good American company. I got mine off Amazon, so I'm going to put the link down below because I like to support small American companies that this is made in America. A lot of paracord is made in China, and you'll notice the difference if you get Chinese paracord because it has a lot of fraying that happens on the outer casing. But anyway, 750 pounds versus 550. So you can do a lot with it. But I'm going to put the link below because I want to support these guys. Again, proudly made in the USA, tough grid. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to put the link below. So make sure you guys snag some up and obviously help them out. And we get a few corn nuts every time you purchase through our link. So anyway, guys, I do want to know your thoughts on this video. If you know any other videos or any other places this has happened recently, comment below. Let us know about it as well. Mike, thanks, man. Yeah, everybody hit the thumbs up for me. And guys, I do appreciate you hanging out with me. And make sure you stay frosty, you stay strapped, and always stay dangerous. Take care.